You have heard people speak in my name about many things, about laws and angels, judgment and heaven. But tonight, I want to speak to you very simply, very personally, about something that touches every life on this earth: family. I know that word is not easy for everyone. For some, family means warmth, safety, laughter at a table. For others, it means shouting behind doors, cold silence, or a kind of loneliness that hurts more than being alone. Wherever you stand, I want you to hear this. I see it all. I see your home, your past, your heart, and I want to walk through these memories with you, not as a distant judge, but as someone who has known a family from the inside. When I walked the earth as Yeshua, I did not appear in a palace or in the house of the rich. I was born into a small, simple family. I had a mother who worried, who kept things in her heart, who looked at me with eyes full of questions and love. I had a father who worked with his hands, whose strength and tiredness smelled of wood and dust. We did not always understand one another perfectly. We did not always speak the right words. We were not a painting, frozen in perfection. We were a real family, tired, hopeful, sometimes confused, but bound together by something the world could not see. Family, in its deepest meaning, is not an ornament for holy pictures. It is a school of love, the first place where a soul learns what it means to give and to receive, to forgive, to try again. You did not choose the house where you were born. You did not choose the story of your parents. They carried their own wounds, their own fears, their own unfinished lessons. Some tried their best and still failed in many ways. Some did not even try, because they were trapped in darkness they did not understand. I do not excuse the harm they may have done, but I want to free you from a lie. The lie that their failures define your value. Listen carefully. You are not the summary of your family's mistakes. You are not the echo of their anger or their neglect. You are a child of God, born from the heart of the Father, entrusted for a time into human hands that were often shaky and imperfect. Family on earth was meant to be a place where the love of God becomes visible in daily life. It was meant to be the place where a child first learns, I am wanted, I am safe, I can make mistakes and still be loved. When this happens, heaven touches the ground in a small, quiet way. But because of sin, because of fear, because of the long chain of unhealed pain passed from generation to generation, family can also become the place where a child learns, I am not enough. I am in the way. Love can disappear without warning. I know the pain of misunderstanding in families. I know what it is to be rejected by those who should have understood. My own relatives, my own people, often could not see who I was. They tried to pull me back into their expectations, into their fear. Some thought I had lost my mind when I followed the path my father gave me. So when I speak to you about family, I do not speak as someone who lived far above human pain. I speak as one who has felt it in his own heart and who has watched it for centuries in the hearts of millions of my brothers and sisters. What, then, is a family in my eyes? A family is meant to be a small mirror of the love that exists within the Trinity. Unity without losing individuality, freedom without breaking the bond, truth and mercy flowing together. Parents are not perfect gods over a small kingdom. They are guardians, stewards of a gift that does not belong to them. Every child is first and always a child of my Father. I place that child into their arms and whisper, care for this soul as if you were caring for me. To mothers and fathers, I say, your greatest work is not your job, your career, your public reputation. Your greatest work is the way you shape the little world inside your home, the way you speak to each other when you are tired, the way you listen to a small voice when you want silence, the way you say, "I'm sorry," when you get it wrong. Children do not need perfect parents. They need parents who are learning, who are willing to humble themselves, who are not afraid to ask for my help. To husbands and wives I say, you are not competitors. You are not enemies who must win arguments against each other. You are two pilgrims, walking the same road, carrying different burdens, meant to support one another. When you speak, ask yourself, am I using my words to build my spouse or to break them? Do my eyes show the same mercy I hope to receive from God? Marriage is not just a legal contract. It is a covenant, a living promise in front of heaven that you will help each other become more like the person my Father dreamed of when He created you. There will be days when this is hard, days when frustration feels stronger than tenderness, days when you are tempted to throw away the promise because it no longer feels easy. In those moments, remember, love is more than a feeling. Love is a choice that you renew when feelings are weak. It is in those hard choices, those small daily acts of patience and forgiveness, that my grace works most deeply. To children, whether you are still young or already grown, I say, honor your parents does not mean denying the truth of what they did. It does not mean calling evil good or pretending that wounds never happened. Honor, in its deepest sense, means this: allow me to heal your heart so that you do not continue the same harm. Learn from their light and also from their shadow. You are allowed to set boundaries. You are allowed to say, this behavior is not love. But let me take away the hatred so that bitterness does not become your new master. Some of you listen now and think, I have no family. I am alone. My parents are gone. My marriage broke. My children are far away from me. To you I say, you are not outside the circle of my blessing. My family is larger than blood and paper. Those who do the will of my Father, those who open their hearts to love and truth, are my brothers and sisters and mother. I gather the lonely into a new kind of family, a spiritual home where hearts recognize each other, not by name, but by light. If you grew up without the love you needed, let me be the one who sits with you in that empty place. Tell me every memory that still burns. Tell me every word that still echoes. I will not tell you to forget. I will help you walk through the pain so that it no longer rules you. Family on earth will never be perfect. Even in the best homes, people make mistakes, say harsh things they did not mean, fail to notice the tears in someone's eyes. But I can turn even broken history into fertile soil if you place it in my hands. I can use your pain to make you more compassionate, more gentle, more able to love those who are hurting in the same way. Remember this: the enemy of your soul wants to use the wounds of your family to break you, to poison you, to convince you that love is dangerous and that you must protect yourself with hardness and isolation. I want to use those same wounds to open you, to soften you, to make you a channel of healing for others. There is a battle around every family, not of flesh and blood alone, but of spirits and ideas. One side whispers, protect your pride, never say you were wrong, take revenge, keep score, hide your heart. The other side whispers, ask forgiveness, be the first to stop the shouting. Listen, allow yourself to be moved. Let truth and love grow together. Every day, in every home, those two whispers meet. You know them. You have heard them in your own thoughts. I do not promise that choosing my voice will always feel good. Sometimes saying, "I am sorry, forgive me," is the hardest sentence you will ever speak. Sometimes admitting, "I have hurt you," feels like walking through fire. But on the other side of that fire, there is freedom. There is a deeper love than any you can build on pride. To the fathers who are listening, your presence matters more than you think. Your children will learn something about God the Father from the way you look at them, from the way you hold them when they cry, from the way you speak in anger or in tenderness. You will not get it right every time. When you fail, do not hide in shame. Come to me. I will teach you how to be strong without being hard, how to be gentle without losing authority. To the mothers who are listening, your heart is a shelter. Your patience, your tears, your prayers, often unseen by anyone else, are powerful in heaven. But you are not called to carry everything alone. Do not be ashamed of your limits. Bring your exhaustion to me. Let me sit with you in the kitchen when you think no one notices all that you do. Let me remind you that before you were a mother, you were a daughter of my Father, and His love for you does not depend on how much you accomplish in a day. To the sons and daughters, your journey with your family is not only about what you received, but also about what you will pass on. Ask yourself, what kind of home do I want to create with my life? What will my children, or the people close to me, learn about love by watching me? You may be the first in your line to break certain patterns, the first not to shout, the first not to use hands for harm, the first not to escape into addiction when pain rises. This is holy work. Heaven sees it. I see it. Every time you choose differently, you are writing a new story over your family name. I also want to speak about forgiveness. Forgiveness is not pretending that nothing happened. It is not saying that evil was not a big deal. Forgiveness is placing the right to judge into my hands and refusing to let hatred eat your heart from the inside. You can set boundaries and still forgive. You can remember clearly and still release the poison. Forgiveness does not always mean reconciliation on earth, but it always means freedom in your soul. If you are carrying bitterness toward your family, I invite you now to show it to me. Not to hide it, not to dress it in polite words, but to tell me exactly how it feels. I will not be shocked. I have heard cries like yours for thousands of years. And then, gently, I will ask you, are you willing, step by step, to let me melt this hardness? Are you willing to be free? Finally, remember this. Your first family is in the heart of God. From all eternity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit live in a unity of love that never ends, never breaks, never turns cold. You were created out of that love, not by accident, not as an afterthought. Every healthy family on earth is a faint echo of that eternal harmony. Every broken family is a cry for it. When you feel alone, rejected, misunderstood, come to me. Sit with me in the quiet. Let me speak to you a different word than the ones you heard as a child. Listen, you are wanted. You are known. You are not too broken for my love. You are not destined to repeat the sins of your fathers and mothers. You can begin again, with me. If you allow it, I will walk through the rooms of your heart as I once walked through the homes of my friends. I will touch the places where memories hurt. I will clean what others dirtied. I will open windows where walls were built. And little by little, I will teach you how to love in your own family. Not with a love that comes only from your tired heart, but with the love that flows from mine. This is my invitation to you. Bring me your family, as it is now, as it was in the past. as you hope it will be in the future. Lay them before me in prayer. Names, faces, scenes that still sting. And then listen, not to the voice of fear, but to the quiet voice inside that says, with my God, I can build something new. With my God, I can forgive. With my God, I can become, in my home, a small reflection of heaven. I am with you in your house, in your kitchen, in the car when you argue, in the silence after a slammed door, in the laughter of children, in the tired eyes of their parents. I am with you, and I will not leave until love has had the final word. All right, my friend, let us go a little deeper. You have heard me speak about family as a school of love, as a place where heaven was meant to touch the earth, and also as a place where many of you received your deepest wounds. Now, I want to walk with you more closely, almost as if we were sitting across from one another at a small table, and talk about what it means to live this out in daily life. Imagine we are in your home for a moment, not a picture-perfect version, but the real one, with dishes not yet washed, with unfinished conversations hanging in the air, with unsent messages on your phone, and thoughts you do not say out loud. I sit quietly and watch. I see how tired you are when you come back from work, from school, from the battles of the day. You carry worries about money, about health, about the future. You want peace, but the moment you step inside, another wave of noise meets you. Children needing attention, partner needing support, family members bringing their own storms. Sometimes you respond with patience. Sometimes you respond with irritation. Sometimes you leave in silence, not because you do not care, but because you feel empty. You say to yourself, I believe in love, I believe in God, but I don't know how to bring that into this chaos. Listen to me carefully. You do not need to be perfect to bring my presence into your home. You need to be willing to pause, willing to listen to my voice inside you, willing to choose a different response than the one your anger is shouting. Let me give you a simple picture. A father comes home, carrying a heavy day on his shoulders. His mind is full of unfinished tasks, regrets, worries. As he opens the door, a child runs to him with a drawing in small hands, eyes bright, heart open. At that moment, there are two possible stories. In the first story, the father barely looks up. His voice is flat, his eyes slide past the child. He goes straight to his chair, his phone, his distraction. He tells himself he is too tired to engage. The child walks away a little smaller, a little colder, learning very clearly what matters most to father. In the second story, the father still feels tired, but when he sees the child's eyes, he remembers me. He remembers that I am watching this moment with him. He breathes once, deeply, and chooses. He kneels down, looks at the drawing as if it were a treasure, smiles and says, "Tell me about it." For a few minutes, he sets his burdens aside and makes space for this small soul. The difference between those two stories is not that one father had an easy day and the other did not. The difference is that one father lives on automatic pilot and the other learns to live with me. He invites me into his reactions. He lets my love interrupt his tiredness. This is what I want for you. Not a heroic life far from ordinary tasks, but a heart that has enough room to let me change how you respond. Your kitchen can be a holy place. Your couch, your dining table, your hallway. All of them can become small altars where you practice love. How? By noticing the small choices. You are about to raise your voice. You feel the anger rising, the words forming sharp in your mouth. I am there, in that small pause before you speak, whispering, "Breathe. Say it differently." You are about to shut down, to withdraw, to punish your family with cold silence. I am there, quietly suggesting. Tell them honestly how you feel instead. Let yourself be seen. You are about to repeat that same sarcastic joke, the one that always lands like a blow. I am there, asking, is this really the seed you want to plant in their heart? When you ignore that inner nudge again and again, your home becomes heavier. When you begin to listen, even a little, your home slowly changes atmosphere. Remember, I am not only present when you are praying on your knees. I am present when you pack school bags, wash dishes, answer messages, put a child to bed, sit in the quiet after everyone has left the room. Invite me into those places. Say in your heart, Jesus, be here with me now, in this simple moment. Help me love better. Let me speak also about conflict. No family lives without conflict. Different characters, different histories, different wounds. It is impossible to avoid friction. The question is not, will we have conflict? The question is, what will we do with it? When anger appears, many of you fall into one of two extremes. Some explode, words like stones, thrown to hurt, slamming doors, threats, accusations that go far beyond the real issue. Others implode, swallowing everything, never speaking their truth, pretending all is fine while resentment grows like a poison vine inside. Neither of these paths leads to peace. I offer you a third way. First, bring your feelings to me before you drop them on each other, even if it is only a few seconds. You can think, Lord, I am angry. Show me what is under this. You might discover that beneath the anger is fear. Fear of being ignored, fear of being unimportant, fear of losing control. You might discover that your reaction is not only about this moment, but also about old wounds still echoing from your childhood. When you see that, you can speak differently. Instead of saying, you never care about me, you always do this. You can say, right now I feel invisible and it hurts. Instead of saying, you're just like your father, your mother, useless. You can say, when this happens, it triggers something very old in me. I need us to talk about it. Do you see the difference? The first kind of sentence attacks identity. The second reveals your heart. The first builds walls. The second opens a door. I am with you when you choose the second sentence, even if your voice shakes. Family values, in my eyes, are not just about rules on paper. They are about the culture of your home. Does your home train people to hide and pretend? Or does your home train people to be real and safe? A home built on me is not a home without sin. It is a home where sin is not allowed to rule, where truth and grace meet. I also want to talk about time. You live in an age where time is constantly stolen from you, by screens, by endless scrolling, by noise that never stops. Many families exist in the same physical space, but are completely separate in soul. Each person disappears into their own glowing rectangle, while hearts grow more distant. This is not what you were made for. There must be moments when you are truly present to one another. It does not require luxury. Begin with something simple. A shared meal where phones are not invited. A walk where you listen more than you talk. A bedtime moment where instead of throwing a quick good night through the door, you sit at the edge of the bed and ask, what was the hardest part of your day? The best? How can I pray for you? These are small things, but they are bridges. If you do not build these bridges, the river between you will grow wider and wider until one day you will look at your own child, your own spouse, and realize you no longer know who they are inside. Love requires attention. Attention requires time. Time requires sacrifice. Ask me, Lord, what can I let go of so that I can be more present with my family? Sometimes it will be a habit, sometimes a form of entertainment, sometimes even an extra activity that looks good from the outside, but quietly steals your soul's energy from where it is most needed. Another thing, do not underestimate the power of blessing. Many of you grew up in homes where criticism was normal, but blessing was rare. You heard often what was wrong with you, not often what was beautiful in you. I want to teach you a new language. To parents, I say, speak blessing over your children. Look for every small spark of goodness and name it. Thank you for your kindness to your brother. I noticed you tried again, even though it was hard. I'm proud of your courage. You have a gentle heart. It is a gift to this family. These words do not create pride when they are rooted in truth. They create security. A child who knows they are seen in their goodness does not need to scream for attention with bad behavior. To husbands and wives, I say, bless one another with your words, not just on birthdays, not just on holidays, but in the middle of ordinary days. Thank you for how hard you work for our family. I see the way you care for the children. It means more than I say. I know it has been a heavy season. I am grateful you are still here, still trying with me. Blessing is not flattery. It is the recognition of the image of God in the other person. When you bless, you agree with heaven about who that person can be. I also want to speak about children and parents when both are already adults. Some of you carry a heavy weight of duty without love, of obligation without relationship. You feel trapped between honoring your parents and protecting your own health. Hear me. Honor does not mean allowing abuse. Honor does not mean remaining in circles of manipulation or destruction. Sometimes true honor means stepping back enough that the cycle can be broken. You can care for parents in practical ways, pray for them, forgive them in your heart, and still say no to certain behaviors. I am not offended by your boundaries when they are born from truth, not from hatred. To parents of grown children, I say, release control. You were called to guide, not to own. Your adult children are accountable to me, not to your every opinion. Do not use guilt as a chain. Do not demand from them what only I can give you. Bless them, advise them when asked, and trust that my hand can reach where yours can no longer go. And to those whose families are fragmented by separation, divorce, distance, know that I am present even there. When a marriage breaks, when a home splits, the pain is real. The dream dies. This is not what I desired for you. Yet even in that valley, I do not abandon you. I walk among the broken pieces with you. I pick up the children who feel like it is their fault. I sit beside the one who cries in secret because they could not keep everything together. Do not let shame keep you from me. Do not think, my family failed, so I have failed God forever. You can begin to build something new even in the middle of ruins. Start with honesty. Name what went wrong without justifying, without shifting all blame. Bring it to me and say, this is what it is. I cannot rewrite the past. Show me how to live from now on. I can turn even the bitter waters of divorce, betrayal, rejection into a place where compassion grows if you place those waters first into my hands. Now, I want to leave you with a small, very practical exercise. If you want to live family life with me at the center, choose one simple ritual of love that you will practice every day. It might be a short prayer together before sleep, even just one sentence. Lord, we place this day in your hands. A daily moment where each person says one thing they are grateful for and one thing that was hard. A habit of always ending phone calls with family with a word of blessing, not just bye, but God protect you, peace be with you, I love you. A rule that apologies are never delayed for more than one night, that you will not let the sun go down on your anger without at least trying to make peace. Simple, small, repeatable. Do not wait until you feel holy. Begin now, as you are. I will be present in that small ritual every time you choose it. I will use it to soften hearts, to open doors, to plant seeds that may take years to grow. You dream of doing great things for me in the world. Do not forget, one of the greatest things you can ever do is to love the people in your home well. Anyone can look kind for an hour in public. The real test of love is in the place where you are seen as you really are, where masks fall, where fatigue shows. Invite me there. Let me stand with you in your living room, in your kitchen, in your bedroom. Let my presence be the unseen guest at every meal, the quiet witness of every argument, the gentle healer after every misunderstanding. And remember, when you fail, and you will, do not hide from me. Bring your failure, your harsh words, your impatience, your coldness, and lay them before me. Say, Lord, this is what I did. It was not love. Forgive me. Teach me a better way. I am not tired of forgiving you. I am not surprised by your weakness. I am ready, again and again, to pour my love into your heart so that you can pour it into your family. One day, when your life on this earth is finished, you will see more clearly how every small act of love in your family mattered. Every forgiven insult, every gentle answer to anger, every bedtime prayer, every quiet sacrifice will shine like a star in my kingdom. You will see how my grace flowed through you, even on days when you felt empty. You will understand how I used your fragile love to touch hearts in ways you could not see. Until that day, walk by faith, not by feelings. Keep choosing love. Keep returning to truth. Keep opening the door to me in your home. I am not far from any of you. I am closer than your breath. And wherever a family, however imperfect, invites me in and says, Lord, teach us to love, I come. And I stay. You have seen its beauty and its brokenness, its calling and its failures. Before we finish this time together, I want to gather everything into a simple, living invitation for you and your home. When my Father looks at your family, he does not see only the mess of today. He sees generations behind you and generations ahead of you. He sees the fears that were handed to your parents by their parents. He sees the unspoken rules, the silent wounds, the good intentions, and the clumsy love. And he also sees something else, what your family could become if you walk with me. Imagine, for a moment, your house bathed in a different light, not the light of perfection, where no one ever makes a mistake, but the light of honesty and mercy. In this light, children are allowed to ask questions. They are not punished for being real. They learn that their feelings are not enemies, but signals. They are taught to bring those feelings to me, to say, even in their own simple words, Jesus, this is how I feel. Be with me. In this light, parents are not actors playing holy while hiding their struggles. They are men and women who admit, I am weak here. I need God's help. They do not pretend in front of their children that they never fall. They show what it means to fall and rise again with me. In this light, husband and wife are not two lonely planets circling each other in cold silence. They are partners who choose, again and again, to see each other with my eyes. They learn to ask, not only, what did you do wrong? But also, what pain in you made this so hard? How can I stand beside you? This kind of family is not formed in one day. It is formed in 1,000 small moments where someone chooses me instead of the old pattern. I want to talk to you about those someones. Maybe you are the only believer in your family. Maybe when you speak my name, others roll their eyes or go quiet. Maybe you feel like a candle in a stormy room. I tell you this, one candle is enough to begin a change. You do not have to force anyone. You do not have to preach at the table with anger in your voice. You are called, first of all, to live as light. Let your patience be your sermon. Let your gentleness be your explanation. Let your refusal to gossip, your willingness to apologize, your quiet prayers for your family speak my presence louder than any argument. There will be days when you see no results. Conversations still end in misunderstanding. Old habits come back like familiar ghosts. In those moments, remember that seeds grow underground long before they break the surface. Every time you choose me in a hidden moment, you are planting something in the soil of your home. I know some of you are listening with tears, thinking, my situation is too damaged. My children do not speak to me. My marriage is gone. My parents are dead. What can this message do for me now? Do not underestimate what I can do with a single willing heart. Maybe you cannot change the past, but you can change the way you carry it. You can let me heal the memory. You can let me remove the poison of regret and turn it into compassion. You can intercede for your family in prayer, standing in the gap for those who cannot yet speak to me for themselves. Your tears for your family are not wasted. They are seen in heaven. They are a river that softens hard ground. Now, I want to lead you into something very simple, a prayer that you can repeat whenever you think of your family. If you can, close your eyes. If you are able, place your hand again on your heart. If you are listening with others, you can hold hands. But even if you are alone, know that you are not alone with me. Let us begin. In your heart, or quietly with your lips, say, Jesus, I bring my family to you. See their faces in your mind as you say it. Your parents, your grandparents if you remember them, your children, your brothers and sisters, your spouse or former spouse, those who live and those who have already gone. Do not rush. Let their names rise one by one. Then continue. You know every story. You know every wound. You know every word that was spoken in anger and every act of love that no one saw. I cannot fix my family by myself. I cannot go back and rewrite our past, but I place all of us in your hands. Pause and breathe. Let the weight of responsibility slip from your shoulders into mine. Then pray, Lord, where there has been hatred, plant forgiveness. Where there has been fear, plant trust. Where there has been lying and pretending, plant truth and gentle honesty. Where there has been violence, plant protection and peace. Where there has been cold distance, plant new bridges of understanding. Now think of your own role. Ask me honestly. Show me, Jesus, where I have added to the pain in my family. Show me where I have spoken harshly, where I have judged without listening, where I have repeated the same harm I once received. If a memory comes, do not run away from it. Look at it together with me. You are not alone in that scene anymore. I am standing inside it with you. Then say, I repent. I do not want to live this way anymore. Forgive me, Lord. Wash me with your mercy. Teach me how to love differently from now on. Feel my forgiveness like warm water washing over a wound. It does not erase what happened, but it cleans you. It frees you. It makes you able to walk forward without chains. Now, Turn your heart outward again. Pray for your home or the home you long to build. Jesus, be the unseen guest in our house. Be present in our conversations, in our disagreements, in our celebrations and our sorrows. Guard our door from the spirits of hatred, from contempt, from addiction, from despair. Fill our rooms with your peace. Teach us to speak blessing, to ask forgiveness quickly, to choose truth over sweet lies. If there is someone in your family you find hardest to love, bring them now before me. See their face. Admit honestly how you feel. Say, Lord, this person is difficult for me. I do not know how to love them. I put them in your hands. Bless them in the way only you can. Heal what I cannot heal. And change my heart so that I may see them with your eyes. This is not a magic formula. It is a door. Every time you pray like this, you open that door a little wider. Some of you will begin to notice small changes, shorter arguments, softer tone, a surprising moment of tenderness, a conversation that feels more honest than before. Do not despise these small beginnings. Thank my Father for them. He is working even when you do not see the full picture. As we come to the end of this time together, I want to speak a blessing over you and your family. Receive it as if I were placing my hands gently on your head and on the roof of your home. May the peace of my Father rest on your house. May every room in which you cry also be a room in which you feel my comfort. May your table be a place of sharing, not only food, but hearts. May your words become more true, more gentle, more full of life. May the patterns of darkness that ran through your family line be broken in you. May you be the one who says, "It stops here." May your children, and those who come after them, inherit more blessing than pain. May forgiveness flow through your story, like a river through dry land. And may you never forget, no matter how strong the storm, that you and your family are seen, known, and loved by God. When this video ends, I do not leave you. I am with you in the next conversation, in the next quiet evening, in the next hard decision. Call my name. Invite me in. Walk with me, step by step. And little by little, your family, even with all its imperfections, can become a place where heaven touches the earth.